My name is Bruce Pascal. I'm a fourth generation Washingtonian and I work in commercial real estate in Washington, D.C. Well, I get a lot of enjoyment out of collecting Hot Wheels. And every night I would come home and I just find a kitchen desk to pay my bills, write my letters, and start going through some of my Hot Wheels. And I said one day, maybe it'd be a great, interesting idea since I work in real estate and I work with such amazing architects and construction companies, then why don't I do what my own clients do? And that is build out their dreams. So I said, if I was the president of Mattel in 1970 and in charge of Hot Wheels, what would my office look like? It would have gigantic racetracks going on the ceiling. It would have 1,000 Hot Wheels on the wall. It'd have nooks and crannies keeping the Hot Wheels. And I'd have a great custom desk. And the next thing you know, I told that to the architect, and 6 months later, I opened the door and I'm in my Hot Wheels room. The rarest Hot Wheel I own is considered the rarest Hot Wheel in the world. It was a Volkswagen bus painted in pink. And after they made it, they were testing it through the internal machines at Mattel to go around the track, and it kept falling down. And they realized, like a real Volkswagen bus, it was too tall and skinny. So what they did is they fattened the car up and they released to the public a fat version. And they had about 50 of these made and only 2 known in pink. And the one I have is in the best condition. And it's considered the holy grail of the hobby. Great question. My passion, first and foremost, starts with the State of Israel. And 2 organizations I've been involved with all my life that I can remember. One is State of Israel Bonds, and the other is B'nai B'rith International. State of Israel Bonds, I've been buying bonds since I was 13 years old. And B'nai B'rith, my first dates were because of B'nai B'rith's AZA group. Thank you for those. And then in college, when I found myself with not enough money to able to buy a meal plan, I made a deal with Hillel at GW, which was started by B'nai B'rith. And I cooked Shabbat dinners and I got free meals. So once again, at a time of my life when I needed help, B'nai B'rith was there. And what a great opportunity years later when I moved B'nai B'rith and helped them with their office space to end up joining the board and eventually becoming the senior vice president. It's an amazing organization that's been around, I think, since 1843. Well, my family story is very simple. In 1951, my grandfather, his name was Fred Kolker, he bought the first Israel bond in a group of other Washingtonians, literally in 1951. He told me he thought he was kissing the money away and never thought Israel would be able to be repaid. But what a greater thing to do in life. What could be better than to help the State of Israel, which in that case was only 3 years old. So in 1974, it was my bar mitzvah. And my grandfather looked over to me and said, "So, did you get any money for your bar mitzvah?" I said, "Yes, Grandpa." He said, "You're buying a bond." I think I bought a bond every year, if not 1, maybe 2, 3, or 4, or 5. I've used it for gifts, used it for charity, used it for my retirement account, every year since 1974. Well, the Jewish world needs people to step up and help and make the world better, tikkun olam, and to help safeguard the State of Israel. It's not going to happen by itself. So I feel like it's everybody's responsibility to do what they can do. And when I joined B'nai B'rith, I quickly found out they had a program that helped the small Jewish community of Cuba. And that's, by definition, a small community that cannot help themselves. So I've been there 17 times now. I've fallen in love with the Cuban people, and the Cuban Jewish community is special. And I feel every time I bring a package of medicine or some vitamins, it's helping a community that it's magnified. It's just an amazing feeling for myself and everybody that always gives me items to bring to Cuba. There's just a special pride that Jews can help Jews wherever they are around the world. Well, thank you very much for being part of it, and I look forward to reading all the issues. Thank you.